Welcome to Love Park, JFK Park. It's a great place to be. There's nowhere else in the city that I could think to come and talk about art and culture. Or Robert, Indiana sculpture behind us, one of the important symbols of Philadelphia, which everyone associates with our great city. A great city is a home of great culture and nurtures the artists who produce it. I've come here today to release our plan for art and culture promotion in Philadelphia. Thanks for being out. Just a couple key highlights, and then I'd be pleased to answer any questions that you might have. I've been a strong supporter of art and culture since before becoming a member of City Council, and certainly once in City Council, supported the art and culture community for a long period of time, not only in word but in action as a member of City Council, the place where I work right across the street. First and foremost, it is impossible to imagine that in this great city we would not have an office of art and culture. And so the first action with regard to the art and culture in Philadelphia, and I've said to people in a number of places, shortly, somewhere between the inauguration and before lunch is served, one of the first things I will do is reestablish the Office of Art and Culture right here in Philadelphia. The importance of art and culture is not just about wonderful pictures and performances. Art and culture in Philadelphia is an incredible economic development tool. Thousands of people depend upon their livelihood for a thriving art and culture community. It ensures that people come to Philadelphia, but also artistic talent is finding a way to this city and taking up residence in an unprecedented form over time. I want to build upon the recommendations of the RAND report with regard to the Office of Art and Culture and make sure that all of our art and culture, economic development entities and organizations are getting the level of coordination and attention that they deserve, new business promotion, and every possible effort to market Philadelphia. Second, I will increase funding to the city's cultural fund by $1 million in my first year, and over time increase its operating budget to $6 million by the end of my first term. When I was a member of City Council, I championed additional funding for the Cultural Fund at a time when it was under constant threat of being cut. I will also appoint art and culture leaders to the boards of some of the city's important economic development agencies to ensure that their important perspective is represented as a continued effort to make sure that there is a tie between art, culture, and economic development here in this city. I will also provide full funding of our city's obligations to the art and culture organizations. First and foremost, all the way at the end of this incredible Ben Franklin Parkway is our own art museum. Our art museum, whose budget has been threatened numerous times over the years, and I, along with a number of former council colleagues, led the fight to make sure that we at least stabilize the funding at the Art Museum. But we must do more. We must fully fund their maintenance costs and security costs because it is our legal obligation. And I stand here today to tell you we will take care of our Art Museum. The Atwater Kent Museum, a museum that holds all of Philadelphia's treasures over time, again, must be fully funded. There was a proposal a number of years ago to zero out the funding of our own Atwater Kent Museum. I fought that particular proposal and made sure that they stayed in the budget. Our Mural Arts program, a nationally and internationally recognized program right here in Philadelphia. More outdoor murals in Philadelphia than any other city in the United States of America. A program that constantly struggles year to year to make sure that they have literally enough paint or scaffolding or services that they can provide not only murals in the community, but important after-school programs for our children, especially in the critical hours of 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., the most dangerous time of the day for young people here in Philadelphia. Our Greater Philadelphia Film Office. A number of artists have decided to film in Philadelphia, but we can do more and we can do better. And so making sure that we fund that office to the level that it can begin to attract even more film opportunities and talent right here in Philadelphia. And from my former district, the Mann Music Center, an incredible outdoor institution. Its promotion, its life, its sense of presence here in the city should be further promoted, more activities and more opportunities for people to see the incredible talent that comes to Philadelphia right at our Mann Music Center. Lastly, let me talk about the city's own cable channel. An incredible resource. We've talked about public access, we've talked about, even in the course of this campaign, using that access channel to televise debates. But also many of our artists and other entertainers could be performing on the city's public access channel, Channel 64 for most, to highlight their talent as the city of Austin, Texas uses their government access channel. Lastly, let me talk about art and culture and our children. Our children need in school and after school and in the non-school times as much access to art and culture as possible. And so as mayor, you know that my position is that ultimately the mayor should have more responsibility and more say for what happens in our schools. As a leading voice and advocate for public education, the mayor of Philadelphia should be talking about art and culture and music in our schools and to make sure that all children have that incredible experience. And so, as mayor, I will ensure that our children receive at least from our public institutions, at least in the course of any school year, 2 opportunities to be out at any of our many fine art and culture institutions as a part of their regular education, in addition to any other trips and activities that they may take. Our corporate community can be supportive as well. I've gone to, from time to time, whether it's a football game or a baseball game or down at the Wachovia Center and other institutions, they have corporate boxes that often go unused, depending on the activity at those facilities, literally empty. In many instances, I'm sure they know that their employees or their top management people are not going to use those facilities for a particular event or for a particular concert. Those opportunities should be given to our young people here in Philadelphia as part of their educational experience, as part of a reward for good time and effort in school, but also making sure that it's done in a coordinated fashion. And so again, through the Office of Art and Culture, we'll make sure that those seats are not unfilled, but that our young people have an opportunity to take in the talent that goes on right here in Philadelphia as a part of their educational experience. There are so many more things that we could be doing from an art and culture standpoint. Again, it's not just about pretty pictures and entertainment. It is an economic development tool. This is the place to be. Philadelphia has all of the assets that it needs. What we've been lacking is good talent, good coordination, an office to make it happen, and a city brought together because we know that this is a city of love. Thank you very much. Thank you for being out in the park. I'd be glad to answer your questions.